There is absolutely nothing more exhausting, terrifying, and profoundly disruptive to your peace of mind than being violently jolted awake at 3 o'clock in the morning by a sudden, agonizing cramp in your calf muscle. It feels as though the muscle is literally tearing itself apart, locking up so tightly that you are forced to jump out of bed and frantically massage your leg just to find a single second of relief. Or perhaps you do not get the violent cramps, but instead you lie awake for hours staring at the ceiling, tormented by a restless, creeping numbness and a relentless tingling sensation that runs all the way down to your toes, making it completely impossible to fall back asleep. The absolute worst part of this nightly torture is waking up the next morning with legs that feel incredibly heavy, intensely weak, and so deeply exhausted that you are quietly terrified of losing your balance and falling down in your own home. When you desperately mention this exhausting cycle to a doctor, it is almost always dismissed as just a normal, unavoidable consequence of getting older, or simply poor circulation. But today, we need to have a deeply honest, incredibly vital conversation about what is actually happening inside your lower legs while you sleep, because those agonizing cramps and that relentless tingling are absolutely not just the normal signs of aging. They are a glaring, blaring, biological siren from your neuromuscular system, desperately warning you that the electrical communication between your nerves and your muscles is experiencing a severe, silent short circuit. When older adults try to solve this painful nightly problem, they almost always fall into the exact same frustrating trap, relying on a deeply ingrained piece of popular advice that simply does not work. For decades, everyone from well-meaning friends to fitness magazines has confidently told you that if you are suffering from muscle cramps, you just need to eat a banana before bed because your body is lacking potassium. So, you dutifully eat a banana every single evening, taking in all of that extra sugar, only to find yourself waking up in absolute agony yet again. The reason the famous banana trick is failing you is because while potassium is important for general cellular health, it is absolutely not the primary mineral responsible for physically unlocking a cramped, frozen muscle, nor does it do absolutely anything to heal the inflamed, burning nerves that are causing your legs to tingle and go numb. The true, deeply biological root cause of your night pain is a severe, silent deficiency in a completely different master mineral, combined with a dangerous lack of protective fatty acids surrounding your fragile nerve endings. Fortunately, the magnificent human body deeply wants to heal, and restoring this broken electrical system does not require expensive pharmaceutical muscle relaxers that leave you feeling groggy and dangerously unbalanced the next day. It simply requires the profound, targeted nutritional power of just 2 specific, incredibly common seeds. The first of these magnificent natural healers is the humble pumpkin seed, which is arguably the single most concentrated, highly bioavailable source of natural magnesium on the entire planet. To understand why pumpkin seeds are the ultimate cure for nighttime cramps, you have to visualize exactly how your muscles work. Every single time your brain tells your leg to move, to walk, or to point your toes, it sends a rush of calcium into the muscle fibers, which causes the muscle to forcefully contract. But in order for that muscle to let go, relax, and return to a soft, resting state, your body absolutely must pump magnesium into the cells to push the calcium out. If your aging body is severely depleted of magnesium, which the vast majority of older adults are, due to modern depleted soils and everyday stress, the calcium gets trapped inside the calf muscle. The muscle physically cannot relax. It becomes permanently locked, leading to that violent, tearing spasm in the middle of the night. By introducing a rich, natural source of magnesium through pumpkin seeds, you are finally providing your body with the exact biological key required to unlock the muscle fibers, allowing the calves to completely soften, deeply relax, and remain perfectly calm for the entire night. But simply stopping the violent muscle cramps is only half of the biological battle, because we absolutely must address the restless tingling, the burning numbness, and the profound weakness that leaves your legs feeling exhausted the next morning. This is exactly where the second miraculous ingredient, the flaxseed, steps in to completely rescue your nervous system. That terrible pins and needles sensation is happening because the microscopic nerves running down your legs are physically inflamed and slowly losing their protective outer coating, a vital insulating layer known in the medical world as the myelin sheath. Imagine a household electrical wire where the protective plastic coating has completely worn away. The raw, exposed wires will begin to spark, misfire, and short circuit. That is exactly what is happening to the exposed, inflamed nerves in your calves and feet. Flax seeds are an absolute biological powerhouse, containing massive concentrated amounts of a specific, deeply healing omega-3 fatty acid known as alpha-linolenic acid. When you consume flax seeds, this profound anti-inflammatory oil travels directly into your lower extremities and acts exactly like a cooling, soothing biological ointment, immediately turning off the burning nerve inflammation and actively providing your body with the exact raw materials it desperately needs to physically rebuild and repair that damaged myelin sheath. As the nerves are gently repaired and safely insulated once again, the frantic electrical misfiring completely stops, the restless tingling entirely vanishes, and the vibrant, healthy sensation returns to your feet, ensuring that you wake up the next morning with legs that feel incredibly strong, wonderfully stable, and deeply refreshed. However, there is one absolute, non-negotiable rule you must follow if you want to actually extract these profound medical benefits and successfully stop your leg pain tonight. You absolutely cannot simply scoop these whole seeds out of a bag, chew them a few times, and swallow them. The digestive system of an older adult is simply not strong enough to break down the incredibly tough, fibrous outer shell of whole pumpkin seeds and flax seeds, meaning that if you eat them whole, they will simply pass straight through your digestive tract completely undigested, locking all of their miraculous magnesium and omega-3s securely inside, and leaving you in exactly the same amount of pain as before. To unlock their immense healing power, these seeds must be finely ground into a soft powder. You can easily purchase them pre-ground at almost any grocery store, or use a simple, inexpensive coffee grinder at home to crush them into a fresh meal. The ultimate life-saving nighttime protocol is incredibly simple, beautifully easy, and wonderfully gentle on the stomach. Exactly 90 minutes before you plan to go to sleep, long before you even turn off the television or read a book, simply take 1 full tablespoon of finely ground pumpkin seeds and 1 full tablespoon of finely ground flax seeds and stir them together. You can mix this powerful healing powder into a small, soothing cup of plain, unsweetened yogurt. Stir it into a tiny bowl of warm oatmeal, or simply blend it into a large glass of warm water. When you consume this brilliant combination 90 minutes before bed, you give your digestive system the perfect amount of time to quietly absorb the massive wave of relaxing magnesium and the deeply soothing omega-3 oils, sending them directly into your bloodstream exactly as you are drifting off to sleep. As you rest, the magnesium will physically unlock your tight, exhausted calf muscles, while the omega-3s actively cool and repair the frantic, misfiring nerves, allowing you to finally experience a deep, profound, and entirely uninterrupted night of sleep. The beautiful, undeniably empowering truth is that your golden years are absolutely not meant to be spent violently waking up in agonizing pain, silently suffering in the dark, or feeling terrified of falling down because your legs have completely lost their strength. Your magnificent human body always wants to heal itself. It simply requires you to stop relying on broken myths and start providing it with the precise biological building blocks it needs to repair the damage. By consciously choosing to step away from the automated, highly frustrating pharmaceutical trap of groggy muscle relaxers, and deeply empowering your body with the targeted, natural brilliance of just 2 simple seeds, you completely reclaim your absolute power over your own physical comfort and your peace of mind. If uncovering these deeply hidden, incredibly vital biological truths, discovering exactly how to safely and naturally repair the silent short circuits inside your aging body, and learning how to fiercely protect your precious mobility brings a wonderful sense of profound hope, immense relief, and true empowerment to your life. Make the firm choice to subscribe to this channel right now, joining a highly supportive community completely dedicated to ensuring that getting older means getting wiser, resting deeper, and living every single day with magnificent, entirely pain-free freedom.